Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alyssa. If you're new here, welcome. If you've followed along during this series, I'm doing 31 days of Halloween. Today is day 4. We are going to be doing a ripped face slash glam look. So follow along. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like and comment below. Follow me on Instagram. All my tag and handles are at the bottom of this description box. Everything that I use in this video will be linked down below, so let's get started. So first, we're going to start with our primer for the face. We're going to do the Dewy Luminix by Wet n Wild, and we're going to use a beauty blender to blend that all out. Then we're going to be doing the sides of our cheeks, or like down past our neck. We're not going to do the primer where we're going to be doing the gore makeup, and then get your eyes a little bit as well. Then we're going to go in with the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Potion Serum and use that on our eyes. This is a primer to set your eyeshadow and everything like that. I do this when I want to do more of a dramatic eye look, not necessarily an everyday look. I just use my foundation for my primer for everyday looks. Then we're going to go in with our NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the color Fiji and go in the areas that we just primed. And then do the Airspun Translucent Powder. Then our Too Faced Bronzing Powder in the color Chocolate. If you've watched my previous looks, then you know by now how I actually contour my forehead and my cheeks. But if you are new here, welcome. And we are just doing the crevices of our cheekbones right underneath, blending it all the way into the hairline, and then we're going to be bringing it up to our forehead and down the bridge of our nose to give us a full glow look. Now we're going to be going in with my BH Cosmetics blush. We're going to blend both of those and do the same thing, apples of our cheeks, bridge of our nose, and our forehead. Now we're going to go in with the Anastasia Glow Kit, the Sun Dipped one, and we're going to be using the color Summer. We're going to be bringing it onto our cheekbone and bringing it all the way up to our brow bone. This is how I like to highlight if you've been following along. I like it to give the whole eye look a glow. And now we're going to be doing our eyeshadows. So we already primed, we already put the foundation on, we already set it with the Airspun powder. So now we're going to go in with our eyeshadows, and we're going to be using the James Charles palette. And the first color we're going to be doing is Mary. Now I do have pretty small eyes, so I always do my first color above my natural crease, and I'm going to be blending it up and out to give my eye more of an open effect. Then we're going to go in with the color Boutique, and we're just going to do the very outskirts of our eye, so the corner up to the blended area. And then we're going to be going in with the color Benny. We're actually going to be patting that into our entire eyelid. Once you pack the color on, you're actually going to blend it out into the previous blended colors. Then you're going to take your fluffy brush and get any of the fallout that has gone onto your cheeks. And as always, we want to drag the colors underneath to the under eye. That way it gives it a full look. Now we're going to be taking a fluffy brush and going in with the color Ring Light. And this is going to give the eye look a little pop in the corner and actually bring it to be a little bit more brighter for your eyes as well. Now we're going to be going in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil and thin angled brush, and we're actually going to be putting it on our waterline as well as dragging it under the eye a little bit and bringing it up to a wing. When I do this method, I like to start under the eye and actually from my waterline start the wing. I will do a full tutorial on this in a later video, but using a brush actually gives me more control when I do my eyeliner rather than using a pen. I do like pen eyeliners as well, but personally I just think the brush gives it a little bit more of flexibility to work with. So you can see me packing it onto my waterline, and then I'm bringing it up towards the side. Once I do that, I angle it out a little bit more and then drag it in to about 3/4 of my eyelid. That way it gives me a full eyeliner effect. And of course, as always, look at yourself, make sure it is up to your par, and then go in with more if you'd like. So I'm just kind of making it more black, making it more dramatic, making sure it looks even, and dragging out the outer corners to make a point. Now we're going to be going in with our Anastasia brow pomade in the color Ebony. If you guys would like a tutorial on how I do my brows as well, please leave a comment down below and I will definitely do that. But I do actually do each of my eyebrows differently. One eyebrow I start on the top, the other eyebrow I start on the arch of my brow and then go back underneath. And I of course drag out the outer skirts of my eyebrow to make it more elongated and make my eye look a little bit bigger. But like I said before, if you guys do want a full tutorial on how I do my eyebrows with an eyebrow pencil or a pomade, either one, please comment down below and I will gladly do that. And as always, if you have any more ideas for my Halloween series, also comment down below and I will gladly add that to my series. If you haven't already seen my last video, it was pretty customizable, as with this one. Now, when you go to do this look, please do as you will. It is totally your look when it comes to doing it yourself. So if you want to change up the eyeshadows, you can. If you want to change up the eyebrows, you can. If you want to glue the eyebrows down and give you crazy eyebrows, then go for it. Makeup is, in my opinion, a form of art. So once you pick up your little paintbrushes, aka your makeup brushes, then you're the new artist. So go for it as you want. Do anything on your face that makes you happy, whether it's orange eyebrows, whether it's green eyeshadow, go for it. I've done so many looks where I didn't like the outcome the first 5 minutes of it, and I just trust the process, and it ended up being one of my favorite makeup looks ever. So please, please, please do not doubt yourself and just go for any look that you desire. Anyways, I can go on for days on doing what you love and passions. So with further ado, let's get back to the video. Now that I've completed my eyebrows, I'm just going in, fixing any spots that I see need to be filled in more. Check yourself out a little bit, and then we're going to go in with the Control Freak NYX eyebrow gel and just gel those babies down. Get all the fine little hairs. Then once you're done doing your eyebrows, we're actually going to go in and do our lashes. Of course, I did them off camera. I need my mirror super close to my face. I will eventually get better at doing them on camera. And then we're going to do a white liner. It can be a white, it can be a nude. This was just the one that I grabbed today. And just trace out the area that we want to be bloody and gory and just messy. And you can do this before you actually do your makeup and your eyes, but I wanted to do it after because you'll see in a little bit I end up using my foundation. So we're going to do that all the way down our neck, and I actually do a little bit on my chest as well. And this is just to give us a guideline when we actually go on and do the gore part of the look. Now, this is a simpler way of doing the gore look because I want my beginners to be able to do this look at home with no problem. I will be doing a video later on in the series on a more in-depth gore look with more special effects, makeup, and everything like that, like latex and scar wax and plenty of things. So I just wanted this look to be simple enough for my beginners to be able to do at home if they'd please. So for my beginners, we are just going to trace that out. Then we're going to be going in with the color No Beans from the Dreams Trellis palette once again, and we're just going to cover that entire area like a coloring book. So just go in where the lines are and fill it all in. Make some faces while you're at it. I actually thought that I looked like the guy from one of the Disney movies. I can't think of the name of it. I'll have to look that up. But I did think I looked like the guy from the Disney movies. I think it was from Mulan, the chubbier guy. Anyways, you know, forever making fun of myself. But then we're just going to go in and cover that entire canvas. This is just to give us a base before we go in with the scab blood, to make it a little bit darker. If we did the scab blood on top of just the skin, then it wouldn't look as gory. You can also use black paint I just wanted to use eyeshadow because not everybody has the black paint sets, so this is a little bit more simpler. Like I said before, I will be doing a more in-depth SFX look with this and with some other SFX makeup, so watch out for that. Now we're going to go in with our scab blood, and we're actually going to take a disposable sponge. When you take this sponge, and these are super cheap, you can find them at CVS, you want to take the bigger end and just start plucking out some of the sponge and give it more of a textured look. And this is going to give the blood more of a splattered, kind of just rip the skin off look. So that's what we're going to do now. Just dab it on generously and make sure you cover all the spots. I did end up trying to do something on my face that I didn't like, so I put Vaseline, so I just have to cover that spot up a little bit more and make faces as you go. I started loving this look after I did it, and then go all the way down her neck. You don't want to miss any spots because then it won't look as realistic. So we're just going to keep doing that and go in those lines. Still, you don't want to go out of the lines until you reach your chest. If you'd like to do it all the way down your chest, just dab, 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 and then you're actually going to go in with a flat brush and make it a little bit more congealed in some areas. I'll be doing that in just a moment. I did do my lips. I do have to fair warn you, the scab blood dries very sticky. So if you're new to using it, please be aware that it is sticky as anything and will get over everything. It is also super hard to get off the surface areas of stuff until it's completely dried. Then you can just kind of pick it off like paint. So just to fair warn anybody that has not used this product yet, be aware. So if you can see now, when I started dabbing it on my chest, the areas that I actually didn't cover with eyeshadow is a little bit lighter. That's okay. I wanted to go for more of the splattered look. It still looks like I got my entire mouth, neck, a little bit of my chest area ripped out. So that's the look that I was going for. Now we're going to go in with a flat brush, and you want to take like a small little chunk of the scab blood and kind of just plop it on and then spread it out to give it more of a congealed blood look. When you cut yourself, you can kind of see like all like the goods and bits under your skin, so that's what I'm going for now. Like I said, this is a basic beginner look. This is not a full out realistic, I just got my face ripped look. We will be doing that in a later video for my more experienced people or people that have done the beginner stuff and want to get a little bit more experience with the tutorial. That will be coming. So we're just going to do this in certain areas. It doesn't matter what areas you do, just make sure that you do it. That way it gives it more of a gloss and realistic vibe. Make sure you spread it all out. I end up doing the lines a little bit wider on my chest. That way it looks like it just fell on my chest. Now we're going to go in with my foundation and just go ahead and pump it on. This part is a little bit tricky. You can either use a brush, or in a second you can see I kind of start tilting my head and bouncing it a little bit. You want it to be dripping down the side. So it was just easier for me to pump it on and then kind of take a brush and plop it where I want it to go. And then I will end up shaking my head a little bit more. That way it gives it more of a drip effect rather than, see, do a little head bob. And that gives it more of a drip effect. I want the face to be kind of melting over where it was ripped. So this is a super simple method. It is a little bit tricky not to get it everywhere. So just tilt your head a little bit, pump it on your face, and then work it all the way down. I only wanted it to be dripping on the actual face, not the neck, because that part's already ripped off. So we're just going to keep pumping that on, shaking it a little bit, and there is your final little drip area. Now we're going to do the other side. I actually started running out of foundation at this point. Currently in the woods this weekend, so I did not have time to go out and get more. So I just opened it up and used the bottle applicator and then started just plopping it on and using the brush to spread it out. So this is super easy. You can either leave it the way that I just finished it after you did the scab blood, or you can do this melting effect. I wanted to do this to give it more of a gore glam look. You also don't have to just use the actual foundation itself. You can also use concealer. I know some concealers come in like those little pump bottles. Anything that has a little pump would be easy enough to actually put on the face and have it drip down. You can use face paint. If you have liquid paint that's activated with water or even alcohol, you can use face paint. That might be coming later in another look as well. So now we're going to just take the same brush that we used to make the dots or the drips and blend out just a little bit. We are going to be going in with the Beauty Blender and spreading it out. And like I said previously, you can actually do this look before you do your foundation. It might be a little bit easier for my beginners. Personally, I wanted to get my eyes and my face done before I did all the gore because, like I said, scab blood does get sticky very fast. So on your neck, when you bend your head down, it does kind of stick together. So just keep that in mind when you go to do this look. And then I spread it out with a little sponge. Then I'm going to go in and pack it on with some Airspun translucent powder, as well as fixing up where I did the contour, as well as my blush area just to give it that finished look. So once I finish doing that, I just double check the drip areas, make sure that they're all set and good, and now we can admire this wonderful look that we did. And if anyone does end up trying this look, please tag me on Instagram, DM me if you have any ideas, comment down below, like and subscribe to be following along on this 31 Days of Halloween series with me. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day and are following along for the next video. And as you can see, this is the perks of being a makeup artist. Bye, guys.